Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam Paramanandamadhavam. Might should be with you here. We'll read from verse number 5.
Ajnana-kalusham jeevam.
No. Together.
Ajnana-kalusham jeevam. Jnanabhyasadvinirmalam. Kritva jnanam swayam nashye. Jalam kataka-aadi-vat. Raga-dveshaadi-sankulaha. Swakale satyavadbhati. Prabodhe satya-sadbhavet. Tavat satyam jagat-bhati. Shuktika-rajatam yatha. Yavanna nyayate brahma. Sarvaa
Sarva-dhrishtanam-advayam. The example. What was the example? Jalam kataka-aadi-vat. Water which is mixed with sand and other particles, dust and other dirt. Such a water. To that water you add this kataka-aadi, which is also dirt. Not dirt, but which is also not essential to water. What does it do? It mixes with the dirt in the water. The dirt settles down, and finally the kataka-aadi powder also settles down, and then you get clear water. In the same way, you, me, Jiva. What is this Jiva? Jiva is Atman plus Ajnana. Right? Atman plus Ajnana. Meaning Atman with the sense of limitation. That is Jiva. That sense of limitation is coming because of Ajnana, ignorance. Water is essentially pure. Dirt, when added to it, does not get into water, but it kind of makes the water dirty, unusable, not potable, drinkable. In the same way, self is essentially pure. It does not actually become limited because of ignorance, but it appears to be limited because of ignorance. Then you have the kataka-aadi powder added. What is that which is added? Jnana is added. What is the nature of jnana? Jnana is opposite to ajnana. Ajnana is limitation. I am this individual. What is jnana? Opposite of that ajnana. And what is that? That is Aham Brahma Asmi, meaning I am not limited, I am the all-pervasive consciousness, I am the all-pervasive existence. Now that is added to it. And then what happens? Like how kataka takes time to settle down the dirt, right? In the same way, this jnana, we have to do jnana-abhyasa. What is jnana-abhyasa? First you are listening to it, shravana. Jnana happens there. But then the jnana has to become free of doubts. Very important. Doubt should go away. For that manana is required. Inquiry is required. Deeper study is required. More reflection is required. All the doubts should be removed. And all the doubts can be logically removed. You cannot say doubts go away and doubts should go away. No, ऐसा नहीं होता है. You have to think carefully, deeply, inquire. Sometimes study more and more. Discuss with people who know about it more and more. Right? That way, you do the inquiry. Even that is not sufficient. Even after that, there is a very strong notion, I am individual. A strong notion, very deeply rooted. And because it is deeply rooted, how did it become deeply rooted? Because of practice of that idea for so long. For so long, I thought I was a fool. For so long, I was very poor. Suddenly I became rich, but still the habits of poverty remain. Habits of poverty remain. Afraid, oh, money will not, I get money will go over. Oh, I may not have food. It is like those people, sometimes they get lost in some forest or something, a problem happens, and then they don't have food to eat properly for 30 days, 40 days. But suddenly they come back to, somehow they are saved and they brought out and then they given chocolates and this and that to nourish themselves. Now they eat chocolate everything and then they take it and keep under the pillow. It takes time. It takes time. The same way, the notion I am an individual. I am an individual when I say, I am man, I am woman, so on and so forth, I am good, I am bad, so on and so forth, I am sad, I am happy, so on and so forth. All these notions are very, very strong, deeply rooted. So we have to practice meditation. What is meditation? Opposite idea you strengthen. What is the opposite idea? I am individual is already strong. Now you strengthen the idea, I am not the individual. Deho naham, jivo naham, shivoham. You strengthen that. Make it go deeper and deeper and deeper. All these are jnana-abhyasa. And when we do all those things, what happens? That ajnana goes. And when you say ajnana goes, it doesn't mean the person who has realized himself should keep on telling aham brahmasmi, shivoham, shivoham. No, without that itself, the water is clear. It doesn't mean kataka-aadi-vat should be always in the water. Finally, kataka-aadi-vat also is dirt. Remember that. Therefore, this idea what we are bringing, aham brahma asmi, will put an end to aham jivaha asmi, and then that is not required anymore. Without that, aham brahma asmi is naturally clear for that person. Such a person who doesn't have to meditate to remember that he is the self, that he is Sat-Chit-aatmani Swarupa, such a person is called a jnani. Such a person, meaning sahaja jnana, natural knowledge is there. Not kritrima knowledge, not artificial knowledge, not practicing knowledge, but already clear knowledge. Such a person is called as sthita prajna, one whose knowledge is very firm. In Bhagavad Gita, Prajna comes in second chapter. Such a person is called Jivan Mukta, liberated even while living. So many words are there. Such a person is called Brahmana. Brahma janati iti Brahmana. One more word for Brahma is Veda. So sometimes there are, in some families, Veda is being studied. Then that family, that person is called Brahmana. Now you are all Brahmana. For me, I am not Brahma Jnani, how can I be Brahmana? But you are studying Veda, therefore you are Brahmana. Understand? Alright. Jalam kataka-aadi-vat. Then what was the next example? Swapna. In dream, when we are in dream, everything appears so real. How long will they appear so real? As long as we are in the dream. The moment we wake up from the dream, what happens? None of the things what we experience in the dream, including the notion of I being a poor beggar. I am very hungry, give me something to eat. You beg. But you have just eaten your food and you are complete and there is no problem. Your house is filled with food. All your tables and all fruits. Here if you go sweets, everything is there. But what to do when you are dreaming, you are thinking you are a beggar. How long will that experience of begging and all those things be real? As long as we are dreaming. The moment we wake up, everything is there. You take that apple, you put in your mouth, you put your orange, and then all the sweets are there. Everything is there. But that experience of being a beggar will be there, will appear real as long as we are dreaming. It can't be helped. But the moment we wake up, suddenly we understand the truth, what we are. The same way, when we wake up to our higher nature. What is that higher nature? Satchidananda Swarupa. When we wake up, then all this experience of being a man, woman, this, that, good, bad, I am negative or this, positive, all kinds of things, everything will go. We come to the truest auspiciousness. This is our true nature. One day or other we have to wake up. How long will we dream? We have to wake up one day. The earlier we wake up, the better. This experience seems real only for a certain time, till we have not woken up. Then the experience is different. Next example, Shuktika Rajatam. What is Shuktika Rajatam? Shell appearing as silver. And this is example for what? The shell is for Satchidananda. And what is silver, that coin? That is for world. The shell appears as silver, Satchidananda appears as world, names and forms. Existence consciousness alone appears as a world of names and forms. How? Like how shell appears as silver. But the moment you see that it is shell, then what happens? Your imagination that it is a coin, silver coin, goes away. In the same way, the moment you realize that all that I see is that Brahma Swarupa, is that Satchidananda Swarupa, then the experience of names and forms, we see it is only an appearance, it is not actually there. You get that clarity. So up to this we have seen. Let us now go forward. 8 and 9 together.
Upaadane akhilaa-dhaare jaganti
parameshware
sarga-sthiti-layaan yaanti budbudaani vaarini Sat-Chit-aatmani anusyoote nitye vishnau pra-kalpiaah vyaktayah vividhaah sarvaa haatake kataka-aadi-vat.
Swamiji, one doubt. What? You are saying everything is Sat-Chit-Ananda. How? How? Is there logic or just I have to believe it? Shall we do some logic experiment? Thought experiment shall we do? What is the cause? Simple. What is the cause? Now, suppose there are some, I'm using some examples. I have a bangle, I have a necklace, I have, let us say, earring, few ornaments I am having. Right? How do I find out what is the cause of all these ornaments? How do I find out? How do I say it is, okay, it is gold, okay, but how do I find out? If I take gold out of the ornaments, nothing will be there. That is the simplest way. In other words, cause pervades the effect. If you want to know what is the cause, right, that which pervades is the cause. That which pervades is the cause. Now, how do I say cotton is the cause of the cloth? Because it pervades the cloth. Cause pervades the effects. So, that which pervades is the cause. Now, people ask, what is the cause of this world? And they say, God. What do they say, God? What is God? Find that. The point is not there. Vedanta analyzes. Now, if you want to find God of the world, you have to find out what is that which pervades the whole world. Then you have found out the cause of the world. Okay, cause is God. Okay, God. But God is what? It's like X. Consider the sum of this is X. Let us find it. Like that. God is X only. You put O, Hari. All these things are X only. Now, what is that? So we have to find out what is that which pervades the whole world. Then we can know what is the cause of the whole world. And that cause is God. Simple. Now, gold ornaments, gold pervades. So we can say gold is the god of ornaments. Cotton pervades cloth. Cotton is the god of cloth. Now, if you want to find out what is that which pervades both the gold as well as cotton, now that will be the god of both ornaments as well as cloth. Right? Now, how do we find out what is that? Swami, everything is pervaded by atoms, Swamiji. That is all. So when we say atoms is the atom also is electron, proton, neutron, and finally everything is energy, correct? Correct? Everything is energy. So can we say energy is God? Yes, we can say that. But remember, matter is energy. Other than matter, emptiness. That is also there. All matter, you put them together, energy. Now there is non-matter also is there. That you cannot call it as energy. What is that which pervades everything? All matter is pervaded by energy. Okay. But therefore we can say energy is God of matter. But there are emptiness also. Pure vacuum also is there. Their energy is not there. It's emptiness. There's no matter. What is that which pervades both energy and emptiness? What is that which is equally everywhere? If we can find that out, then we have found out God. What is that? I don't know. What is that? I don't know. Simple. What is that if you take off, that will not be there? See, if you take off gold from ornament, ornament will not be there. Right? Now you think, what is that if I take off from energy, energy will not be there. What is that if I take off from emptiness, emptiness also will not be there. Very difficult. Okay, let us do some other way. Some other way we can find out. Now, when I say necklace, okay, necklace. What is actually, it is gold necklace. So necklace is only appearance, gold is fact. Gold bangle. Even though I say bangle, it is actually gold bangle. Gold earring. So if I take gold, earring will not be there. If I take off gold, necklace also will not be there. If I take off gold, bangle also will not be there. Right? So gold bangle, gold necklace, gold earring. Alright? Now there is something more deeper in that, which we are not capturing. This is gold bangle. See, I am bringing something now. Is. This is, that is, that. So this and that is not important here. Is gold bangle. Is gold necklace. Is gold earring. Okay. Is cotton cloth. Is linen cloth. Is rayon cloth. Now you see. Now rayon is different, cotton is different, gold is different. You see. Wooden table. What is there? Is wooden table. Many times I don't even think wood. I think only table. Now clarity, wooden table. Many times that wood we forget. Okay, even wood we bring it. There is something more deeper which we are forgetting. Is wooden table. So what, Swamiji? Is wooden table, is gold bangle, is cotton cloth. Cotton is not gold. Gold is not wood. All of them are energy. Okay? Now, other than energy, there is emptiness also. Emptiness also is. Is. Vacuum is, we are saying. Now, what is under that carpet, man? What is under that carpet? What is there? There is nothing. Are you getting? Are you getting it? There is nothing. So, isness pervades energy, matter, and isness pervades non-matter also, emptiness also. So, what is that which is pervading everything? Isness. That is called Sat, existence. Existence is God. Sadeva Brahma. Are you getting? You are also Is. Swamiji, I don't say Is, Swamiji. Is I say for, objects. That's just language. You say I am. But that I am, when you say, it is also existence. In language, मैं हूँ, तू, तुम, आप, है. So, see, that is only language. Who and hai. This is only language. But finally, what is represented by those words? Existence. This Sat. Can you see now Sat? Why we say Sat? Sat. Sat means existence. Now, Yes, outside we are not able to see that very clearly, but when I say Sat, I am aware of being Sat, that is Chit. It is not just inert existence, it is awareful existence. That's called Chit. And in that core Sat-Chit, there is no question of mind and its problems, likes and dislikes, agitations and happiness, and then sorrow, and then one time pleasure, and then keeps on changing. Nothing is there. It's very complete. It's full. It's Purna. It's Ananda. So that is why I say my nature is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Your nature is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Here also, Sat, Chit, Ananda. What, Swamiji, here also Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat I accept. Chit, no. No. In deep sleep, when you are there lying down, mosquitoes are biting you, nothing you are aware. Why are you not aware? Not because you are not Chit. You are Chit even then. But mind is not there. When mind is not there, awareness of the world and the objects is not there. But when in deep sleep also, you are there. You are aware, nothing is there in deep sleep, correct? Did you see when you were deeply in sleep, did you see some object? Nothing. I saw nothing. So your experience of nothing is there. In other words, you are aware of nothing. What I mean to say is that because mind is not there, awareness of the world may not be there. That's a different thing. But you cannot say Chit is not there. Mind comes, then awareness of the world comes. Awareness of the body comes. Here mind is not there. And therefore, awareness of the external world is not there. That's all. But when Sat is there, with Sat, Chit is there. With Chit, Ananda is there. And therefore, this entire world is Sat, Chit, Ananda appearing as a world. Like how gold appears as ornaments. Ornament, gold is the cause. Gold appears as ornament. But remember, gold also has got a cause. Probably energy, you may say. Atoms, you may say. But atoms also have got a cause. Energy also has got a cause. What is that? Existence. Sat. I know I have told many things. I apologize. But sometime I have to tell you the truth, no? How long I have to keep on hiding and thinking that maybe you may not understand, therefore I should not tell. Maybe I will confuse you, therefore I should not tell. How long I can allow delusion in my head and delusion in your head? The first time when I heard this, I was shocked. Because suddenly I think I found God. Sat-Chit-Ananda is God. Of course, I had to think a lot, reflect a lot, inquire a lot before I became convinced of it. You also have to take that journey. I can't take that journey for you. You have to take personally that journey. And to take that journey, first recognize your nature to be Sat-Chit-Ananda. When you recognize your nature to be Sat-Chit-Ananda, then you understand everything is Sat-Chit-Ananda. Suppose you want to know what is electricity in Japan. You are in India. You want to know electricity in Japan. Don't worry. You just take that plug out, put your small finger in the socket. You will understand electricity. And when you understand electricity in India, you will understand electricity in Japan also. You don't have to go to Japan again do the same thing. The same way, touch yourself closely inside. You touch the whole world. Find yourself. You have found the whole world. Swami, why are you telling all these things? The next two verses are telling this one. What are the next two verses? Upaadane akhilaa-dhaare jaganti parameshware sarga-sthiti-layaan yaanti budbudaani vaarini. Budbudaani vaarini. Vaarini means water. In waters. In water, budbuda. Budbuda is what? Bubbles. In Hindi, budbud is there? Yeah, that is how you are able to guess. Budbudaani. See, all our mother tongues, whether any mother tongue, Rajasthani, then Hindi, Rajasthani, Marwadi is something. Very, very, many, all languages, Tamil, Malayalam, everything you will find has got basis in this Sanskrit. That's why it is said Sanskrit is the mother of languages. Well, that's a different topic. Okay. Vaarini budbudaani. Like how in waters you have bubbles. Bubbles appear. Bubbles. But remember, they are only waters. In the same way, in this material, upaadana. Which material? Material of Sat-Chit-aatmani. Parameshware, which is God. What is God? This is God. Sat-Chit-aatmani is God. And since you are Sat-Chit-aatmani, you are God. Somebody, I am God, but this fellow is devil. No. This is also Sat-Chit-aatmani. This is God. Everything is God. You have heard, na? All is God. Have you heard that? In Bhagavata, you have the story. You have the story. Prahalada and his father Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu is asking, where is your God, Narayana? Where is your God? He is here. Papa, he is there in you. Papa, he is there in me. He is there in mummy also. He is there everywhere. No. Is he there here? Yes, Papa, here also is there. Is he there here? Yes, Papa, he is there here also. He is referring to Sat-Chit-aatmani. Is he there in this pillar? Yes, he is there also. Then he takes his mace and hits the mace, and from there Narsimha comes. That is a Puranic way of explanation that God is everywhere. You understand? For him, God came as Narasimha. Suppose you go and break this and then say, God, will you come out from me? Bhagavan is Sat-Chit-aatmani Swarupa. You are Sat-Chit-aatmani Swarupa. Only we are not realized it, that's all. But we are on the path. We have started. We started. Viparyai. What is the name of cyclone? Viparyai? Something is it. Viparyai, something. Viparjoy. It must be Bengali name, I think. Bangladeshi. That's how Bengal was Bengal. Bangladesh, all Bengali only. Our own country, they broke into two. One day we'll get them all together. It will all happen in time. Time makes many changes. Right? So, that also, cyclone also, big, but it goes away. Ignorance, however big it may be, it will go away. It cannot stand forever. Knowledge only will finally stand. Now knowledge is coming. You have to work on it, okay? You can't say just because I have now explained to you Sat-Chit-aatmani is the whole world and therefore God is the whole world. You can't stop with that. You have to think yourself. You have to think yourself. All doubts you have to clear. Only then it will work. It's a process of thinking. You have to use inquiry. You have to work on it. Okay? So in that Parameshwara, what happens? All the worlds, the entire worlds of objects, everything are like what? Bubbles in water. Bubble appears different than water. Bubble. But it is empty. It's only water. The same way, all this world of objects are like bubbles. Meaning what? This is a bubble. This is a bubble. Bubble? Sat-Chit-aatmani appearing as book. Sachidananda appearing as spectacle case, Sachidananda appearing as whatever it may be, I don't know. Sachidananda appearing. Understand? In this akhilaa-dhaare, in this substratum, that essence, all objects appear. Not just objects, entire worlds appear. All the galaxies appear. All. Milky Way galaxy, Andromeda galaxy, O galaxy, A galaxy, everything appear. All stars, everything. Finally, what are they? They're only bubbles. Bubbles only there. What is bubble? Bubble means what? Water appears as bubbles. Sachidananda appears as all these worlds. Next verse also same, you see. Sat-Chit-aatmani anusyoote nitye vishnau pra-kalpiaah vyaktayah vividhaah sarvaa haatake kataka-aadi-vat. Example. Haatake kataka. Haataka is what? Can you see the beautiful haatake kataka-aadi-vat? Can you see the rhyme also? That is Sankaracharya, the master of poetry. Haatake kataka, in gold. Kataka means bangle or bracelet. Kataka-aadi, adi means others also. In gold, like how you can have ornaments, bangle, bracelet, whatever, necklace and earring, and I don't know more names than you have to tell me. What other names are there? Something they wear here. What is this? Something they wear here. What is this? So many things. Not just earring. It will come like this and then do something else also. All kinds of things they do. Somebody will wear here also something. Right? Here also. So many are also on the leg also there. So many ornaments. All of them they are what? Gold. Haatake kataka-aadi-vat. In the same way, Sat-Chit-aatmani, in this Satchidananda, which is nitye, which is permanent. Bubbles will come and go. Water will remain. Right? So in that Satchidananda, which is eternal, vishnau, the word Vishnu means what? All-pervading. Vyapakatvat Vishnu. In that all-pervading, all these vyaktayah vividhaah sarvaa, all vyaktis, all objects and beings are imagined, are appearing, are showing, like how in the gold ornaments are there. In the same way, in Satchidananda appears all the varieties of objects. Remember, Vedanta is scientific, but does not end with science. What do you mean, Swamiji? Vedanta is scientific, does not. Vedanta is very logical. But the logic of science limits itself with only what is experienced through the senses and what is possible through the mind. But here we are telling little more you go beyond, little more deeper you go. Vedanta goes deeper. Probably science will say everything is made of energy. Vedanta will object to that because you are stopping somewhere in between. There are so many things which are non-energy. What will you say about that? What is there also? Only Vedanta is like quantum physics, more deeper. One day probably they will also reach here. But as long as they only see through eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and hear and smell and perception, and only this is valid, they cannot come here. You have to see into yourself. Are you there? Are you existing? If you are existing, you have to go deeper. And once you go to the depth, you find out the truth, then... Now you are saying, I am existing. I am. Are you saying it because of your eyes? Ears? No. Even a blind person knows that I am. It is not dependent on the eyes. It is not even dependent on the mind. Even a person whose mind does not work properly, even such a person will say, I am. Existence is core to all of us. It's core. You can't take away existence from us. Each one. Alright? So, 8 and 9, what is it saying? It is saying that the substratum of this whole world, all objects and beings, is one Sat-Chit-Ananda. In that, everything is appearing, like how golden ornaments bubbles in water. Okay? Please give a thought, reflect deeper upon it. Let us go to the next verses, 9 and 10 together, please. Oh, sorry, 10 and 11.
यथाकाशो ऋषिकेशः नानोपाधिगतो विदुः तद्भेदाद् भिन्न-vat भाति तन्नाशे केवलो भवेत् नानोपाधिवशादेव जाति-वर्णाश्रमादयः आत्मन्यारोपितास्तो ये रसा-varna-aadi
Once more.
यथाकाशो ऋषिकेशः नानोपाधिगतो विदुः तद्भेदाद् भिन्न-vat भाति तन्नाशे केवलो भवेत् नानोपाधिवशादेव जाति-वर्णाश्रमादयः आत्मन्यारोपितास्तो ये रसा-varna-aadi-भेद-vat.
If you see in both these verses, there is a term used called upaadhi. Upaadhi. Can you see that? Yathakasho rishikesho nanopadhi. Upaadhi is there. Next verse. Nanopaadhi-vashaat. Upaadhi is there. This upaadhi is a term you have to understand. Upaadhi in English can be translated as conditioning. Conditioning. What conditioning means? What, Swamiji? I know conditioner for the hair and all. What is this conditioning? You see, this room, this wall. This wall is conditioning space. It is giving you a separate feeling of space. It gives you a separateness. Space can't be broken. Can you break space? It can't be broken. Space is all pervasive. But when you put that wall, then what happens? It feels as though you have divided the space into outside space, inside space. Space is indivisible. Space cannot be cut. You cannot take a knife and cut space. Right? Space is space. It's all pervasive. Just because you say India, Indian space, you say, then this is, sometimes the newspaper we find that they say that the aeroplane came, the flight entered into the Indian space and they were asked to vacate, otherwise will be shot, etc., etc. Right? So you have something, and with respect to that you are dividing it. So that is called conditioning. Upaadhi. It cannot actually do anything, but it can give you an imaginary sense of difference. Space is one continuous. You ask space, are you Indian space or Pakistani space? What will space say? What? What is it? I am space. It's one. It's one. It can't be broken. But suppose you have a wall, it will give you an imagination that it is separate. It will give you an appearance as though it is separate. Now suppose, this is glass, right? In this there is water. In this there is water. How do we know? Please, it is water only. In this there is water. This water is sitting in a space. Which space is the water sitting? In this glass space, not here. Space is one. But then now I say glass space. In other words, the one space appears to be room space, ashram space. This village is called Velinadu. Velinadu space. Velinadu is in Ernakulam district. Ernakulam space. Ernakulam is in Kerala. Kerala space. Kerala is in India. Indian space. India is in world. World space. World is part of the world is part of the solar system. Solar system space. Solar system is part of the Milky Way. Milky Way space. Milky Way is part of one arm of the. So many things. This, then that space. You see? Then they speak of known space. The number of galaxies in the known space. The unknown space. Space is one. But we have differences based on upaadhis, based on conditionings. In some language, upaadhis mean degree, I think. Yeah? Hindi, degree, right? MA, upaadhi and all they will talk. Master. So here, upaadhi, we are referring to this conditioning. Now what is said here? This one akasha, because of various upaadhis, conditionings, we give different names. Room space, ashram space. Now room space also, front space, back space. So many things we can say. But actually it is one space. In the same way, because of various upaadhis. Upaadhis? My body, one upaadhi. Your body, one upaadhi. Her body, one upaadhi. Then Brahmachari Sundar Chaitanya, one upaadhi. Brahmachari Ved Chaitanya upaadhi. Brahmachari Tarni Chaitanya upaadhi. If I know your names also, I can tell your names, okay? Each one upaadhi, upaadhi, upaadhi. And because of that, so when I say room space, as though it is different from ashram space. Right? When in various rooms you are staying, your room, A block space, B block space, C block space. Now you're talking of different names you are giving also. But actually it is one space. In the same way, Advayananda, one space only, given different names. One Sat-Chit-aatmani only, given different names. What is your name? Ankit. So, a name. Actually, what is this Ankit? Sat-Chit-aatmani. What is your name? Naina. Another name. So, this is Naina Sat-Chit-aatmani, this is Ankit Sat-Chit-aatmani. There is only one Sat-Chit-aatmani. And we give that different names. We are all one. Names are different, but we are all one. Space is one. Swami, we are all one. What about others who are ignorant of it? They are also one. Whether you know or don't know, fact does not change. Can you see the beauty of Vedanta? Can you see this? If we all understand we are one, how thinking will be different? How thinking will be different? This knowledge can save the world. This knowledge only can save the world. This knowledge everyone should have to protect themselves first and to be a wonderful human being. Because human being is only an appearance. And I say this is human being, that is tree. That is as good as saying this is room space and that is ashram space. It's one Sat-Chit-aatmani appearing in various forms. It is me myself. When I say it is one Sat-Chit-aatmani, Sat-Chit-aatmani is me. Here I am called Advayananda, there I am called Ankit, there I am called Naina. It is the same. And this is called this, something is called that. Fact is one. So today you are understanding. Now you have to stand under. You have to experience this. Then only it is truth for you. Understanding itself can be such a liberating thing. Experience can be the complete thing. Just as a philosophy, forget it. Just as a philosophy, if somebody has to implement it also, like a philosophy means what? A democracy, it's a philosophy. Communism, philosophy. But even as a philosophy, if it is implemented, it will bring such a change. And each one of us experience it, then it is completeness. Not only, now that is the first example, verse number 10. In verse number 11, what is it? Again, upaadhi coming. There, you see what is said here. Now the example is used as water. Toye rasa-varna-aadi bheda-vat. Can you see that? Upaadhi-vashaat jaati-naam-aashram-aadayah atmanya-ropitastoye rasa-varna-aadi bheda-vat. Toye. Toye means water. In water. Water is one. Now I put some color powder in one bottle water. Then the water appears what? Red color. In another I put yellow powder. Then it becomes yellow water. I don't know. When we were all children, they used to be called one soda used to be there. Goli soda. Anybody has seen that? It's there even now? Oh. Goli soda used to be there. So, and then we'll say, we won't tell soda. We'll say, when we want to get, I want orange. I want green. We will say like that. And then that man will take and then, actually with finger they will open it. Other one sound will come. And then, as children we used to love, that used to be the most, any guest comes, Goli soda kondu vada. I will go get Goli soda. And then, different colors we give. Actually it is one water, soda, with carbonate, bicarbonate, whatever. Carbonate or bicarbonate? Carbonate, with carbonate. And one, but given different colors. In the same way, one Sat-Chit-aatmani. I call that as man. I call that as woman. I call that old. I call it young. Jaati-naam-aashram-aadayah. Jati means birth. So born as tree, born as human being, born as ant, born as scorpion, born as lion, born as fish, whatever. It is one. Jati means birth here. Varna. Then varna means based on the profession, let us say. Then you call this person as a carpenter, this person as a professor, and this person as a teacher, that person as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. These are all names referring to various activities a person does. Sometimes. A person who is dedicated to knowledge is called a Brahmana. A person who is dedicated towards administration, we call it Kshatriya. A person who is dedicated towards business, we call it as Vaishya. A person who is dedicated to service, we call it as Shudra. And now they have got different colorations, because in the passage of time things change but still doctors' profession, all doctors will combine together, they will have a conference. That will not change. Names can change, professions will remain. You can call different names now according to different times, but facts will remain the same. All lawyers get together, they have their. All Swamis also get together, we have our conference also. See, all kinds of things will happen. So, upaadhi-vashaat jaati-varna-aashram-aadayah atmani aharopitaah. They are all superimposed in the self, which is Sat-Chit-Ananda. Atmani aharopitaah. Like how toye rasa-varna-aadi bheda-vat. In water, we have rasa, different taste. That is orange, this is lemonish, and that is citrus, and what is that, different. taste will come. Rasa-varna. Varna is color there. Different colors. But actually, it is one water. And note one thing. Just because you put all these things, it doesn't change the water. It remains H2O. The coloration is only outside. The taste is only outside. Inside, it is same. It is water. The same way, just because I say I am Advayananda, Sat-Chit-aatmani is not going to change and become Advayananda. Advayananda means non-dual bliss Advayananda. That will remain the same. It is not going to become man, it is not going to become sannyasi, it is not going to become brahmachari, it is not going to become grahastha. Sat-Chit-aatmani will remain the same. Everything is only external. Truth does not change. Sat-Chit-aatmani in Japanese is very different from Sat-Chit-aatmani from a person from Iceland. No. Iceland, Sat-Chit-aatmani is cold. No. Sat-Chit-aatmani in Sahara Desert is very hot. No. It is all one and the same. It is Advaita, not given. Alright? We have completed up to here. Next verse we'll take up in the next session. Shall we read the verses we have completed today together?
Upaadane akhilaa-dhaare jaganti parameshware sarga-sthiti-layaan
yaanti budbudaani vaarini Sat-Chit-aatmani anusyoote nitye vishnau pra-kalpiaah vyaktayah vividhaah sarvaa haatake kataka-aadi-vat Shorishikesho
upaadhi-gato vibhuh tad-bhedaat bhinna-vat bhati tannashe kevalo bhavet nano-upaadhi-vashaat-eva jaati-varna-aashram-aadayah atmanya-ropitastoye rasa-varna-aadi bheda-vat.
Clear? Swamiji. To know it is one space, should I break all the walls? When you understand that one space is not broken because of walls, then you don't have to actually break the walls to see the one space. Tannashat kevalo. What is verse number 10? What is saying? Tannashe kevalo bhave. So tannashe means what? Not the actual destruction of all the bodies. To see it is one Sat-Chit-aatmani. Tannashe means what? By understanding. By understanding that it is not going to break. It's not going to divide. That understanding is called nasha here. The destruction of ignorance leads to a greater clarity of the one truth. Of course, you can physically break the walls and then also see that there is one space. That's okay. Even when this body falls, it will remain to be one Sat-Chit-aatmani. Slowly, little by little, it will become clear. Okay? But you have to put your effort. Swami, what is the meaning of putting effort? Swadhyaya. That time don't waste for anything. Okay? Be very sincere with that time. And then your group discussion. Very sincerely. Class time, Swamiji, we can sleep. Huh? Most important time. Class. be fresh, which means you have to sleep night time latest by 10:30. Are you all resting at 10:30? Please do that. Alright? And get up morning fresh. And then it's for your own good, I am telling. I cannot force you to sleep at 10:30. You ensure. All mobile, everything. Now I'm going to sleep. Why? Tomorrow morning I have to get up. I have to meditate. I have to pray. I have to be fresh in the class. Then you get the best. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.